What up? What up? What's up, Laker fans? What's up, NBA fans? What's up, everybody? What's up, Cap? I see you. What's up, Jay Woods? It's your boy, World's World. Welcome to the Tillman and Warren Show. My co-host, Stephen Tillman, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up, people?
Man, some crazy, crazy basketball that's going on today. Obviously, I know a lot of people are going to be watching the Warriors, watching the finals, seeing how that ends. It looks like it's going to end today. Kevin Durant, I know when I see an Achilles injury, and that for sure was an Achilles injury, I don't care. Nobody can tell me differently. That's for sure a rupture. Prayers up to Kevin Durant. Hopefully he gets a healthy very fast, very quickly.
Yes.
And has a spectacular offseason. Again, to Toronto fans that was booing him, I was
worse. Hey, man, like I told you in the group chat, I've seen worse. But in the end, they did cheer after when he got up. And
they did, but instant reaction was just them to be like, yeah. I don't know if that's because something was going on down the other side.
Here's my far stretch take on it. They're out of the country. They're in a whole nother country.
Yeah.
They don't get the news we get. So to them, they just don't know much about his injury the way we do. So they were booing in a sense like, get up, it's no big deal. And then it turns out to be a big deal, and they go, "Oh, my bad."
Oh.
They're nice people,
man.
No.
They're nice people. If you're nice people, your first reaction should be.
The worst thing they did was like wave and like, "Yeah, get out of here." Like that is bad, but trust me, in the United States, there are far more worse things that I've seen NBA fans do. So they get a pass because they're in a whole nother country.
You get no pass from me.
Dr.
Warren over here, you know, I would best believe I saw the replays. I was examining. I was like, yeah, that's about the same thing that happened to me. So I had to get my 2 cents. No, it's not confirmed. I'm sure we'll get the alert. But I'm like 95% sure it's an Achilles tear. Whether it's an actual rupture or just a slight tear, that's up in the air. What's up though, BLT? How you doing, my man? Dale, what's up, brother? How you doing?
Who?
Dale.
I know Dale.
He's from Coast to Coast.
What's up, Coast to Coast, Dale?
Yeah. But we got an exciting show today. Lots and lots and lots to talk about. We're going to talk about Anthony Davis and what I think is a possible fair trade. I hinted it on Coast to Coast, and I'm gonna tell y'all 3 scenarios. I thought of. They're not 2K trades. I promise. You know, they're I promise they're legit. Everybody gets a fair shot.
Before we started, I said, Warren, about reading about this Anthony Davis trade seems a little bit more real than before. The way Woj has approached it, it just seems like a normal kind of, circumstance when you hear a player wants to get traded. It feels normal as opposed to like the whole Rich Paul behind the scenes drama thing. This kind of feels a little bit more like Rob Pelinka, David Griffin
thinking straight instead of criticizing.
Yeah,
the Lakers.
It just seemed but I mean I think it may be on both sides a little bit more like business like on both sides, because remember when we first heard it, every leak just came out. For this one, it's kind of like, well, it just seems more real.
Yeah,
That's just to me.
Yeah. What up, MH? What up? What happened to your bars, man?
No,
you ain't here. You wasn't here early, bro. What's up with that? You slipping on us?
Right.
You watching other streams? I get it. BLT said fair trade. We get Anthony Davis. Pelicans get a small bag of potato chips. As much as we would like to dream for that to happen, I do not see that happening in our future.
Nope.
But let's get this show on the roll. So, like I said, I did come up with several trade scenarios that I think would be
I can't wait to hear
healthy for all teams. And I can't wait to get your input on these trade scenarios.
I'm looking forward to it.
So are you ready?
I am.
Okay, I know the stream is ready. They're already talking about it. Yeah, man, David Griffin too smart. You're right, but he did come out today and talk about what he wanted. So
3 different types too.
3,
right?
yes, and not to mention I'm taking account to what he said earlier on NBA TV, talking about he would like an all-star, and draft picks in return. or a future All-Star, I should
Somebody
say.
who's capable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, let's get down to business. Y'all check out that new transition. Check out that new transition. It's all right. It's all right.
Dun, 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 dun.
So, I should probably get some background music in here.
Cap want to know if he can give help his own. Yeah, Cap, you should. After he finishes his, put yours down. Let's see.
We'll think about it, but we ain't got no transmission music for right now. We'll get it next time. All right. So, Lakers receive Anthony Davis, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Pelicans receive Brandon Ingram, the number 4 overall pick, and the Lakers 2021 first pick.
Okay.
That's not all. They also get Tristan Thompson and the Cleveland Cavaliers' second round pick in the
like
2020 draft.
Trade.
Okay. It would have to be. All three trades are
okay.
Cleveland receives salary cap relief. They are approximately $12 million over the cap, along with a 2020 first round pick or a 2021 first round pick protected from the Pelicans. What do you think?
The only thing I see wrong with this is Dan Gilbert. I just don't know how he would contribute.
We have to take out all those extra variables.
Maybe LeBron's got plugged where he's like, look, Gilbert, I brought you a ring.
Mm-hmm.
I do like the scenario outside of Dan Gilbert for the simple fact that it hits everyone's market. The only problem I do see is why Dan Gilbert would take Tristan's contract.
I only say that just because I only included these 3 teams because they're high above the luxury tax.
Their pick would make the contract worth it. You get some veteran leadership over there.
You look at it this way: he gets a potential quote unquote all-star, a young player. He's gonna get draft picks, all kinds of draft picks, and he's gonna get a solid veteran that can play. He's an Iron Man pretty much. He can play 82 games.
Interesting.
I think it would be a fair trade. Obviously, not everybody has
potential all-star in number 4 while still getting Zion.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of pieces to move.
What do y'all think, chat? Let me know. Fair trade. We keep Lonzo in any. There's one trade where I would have had to give up Lonzo. I'll show that last. That's my least favorite trade.
That's what I said. Cap 3-team trade already, huh?
Can we leave our own trade scenarios? Absolutely. Yes, I have been in the lab. Wow, 3-team trade out the gate. All 3 of them would be a 3-team trade. I don't think the Lakers would take that approach as if they're over the cap. So it wouldn't make sense for us anyways. I was thinking the same about Thompson. What you mean about Thompson? I mean the Pelicans should just re-sign Randall instead of getting Chloe.
Chloe would hate the Lakers if this nigga moved to Los Angeles. Oh my gosh, the drama. Oh well, no, he would go to New Orleans.
Yeah, he would go to New Orleans.
That's true. That's still kind of closer than Cleveland.
Dan Gilbert said, Matt said, Dan Gilbert is not helping Bron. Dan Gilbert, does he have a choice?
Yeah, I don't know if they have that kind of beef still.
Yeah. I always make the joke that Dan Gilbert is the worst owner just because he lost LeBron twice. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess Dan Gilbert will play a big factor, but at the same time, his team if I was an owner or a GM or whatever the case in Cleveland, my first thought process is to clear cap and to get assets.
Yeah, the only thing though is
because they have old players and a lot of contracts that just make no sense. You got J.R. Smith making $18 million. He's not even playing. You have Kevin Love that's making $25 million.
I guess for a rebuilding team, but that pick also cost them too.
The second round pick?
Yeah. No, the first round pick.
Oh, the first round pick?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that could be always interchangeable. It could be the 2020 second round pick.
That's tough.
So
I mean, it's worth a shot.
you can always swap picks.
Right, let's see the second trade.
You want to see the second trade? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes the second trade. Lakers receive, of course, Anthony Davis. Pelicans receive Brandon Ingram. Jonas Valanciunas.
Okay, Memphis is involved.
Lakers 4th pick, Lakers 2020 first round pick, and Memphis' 2020 first round pick. Heavily protected.
I want to know what they're getting in return to be giving that up.
Memphis is receiving salary cap relief. Again, they're a team over the cap, very much over the cap. 2020 first round pick or 2021, depending on if it's first through 15. If it's in the lottery, they'll keep the 2020.
Okay.
And then Mo Wagner. I feel like Mo Wagner would fit their kind of DNA in terms of a tough nosed player, and is on a rookie deal. Very cheap.
Yeah. See, if Mike Conley was in that trade, that would make more sense.
Mike
With
Conley?
the salary cap relief.
Mike Conley will go where?
To the Pelicans instead of Jonas.
Okay, I see where you're going. Problem is Brandon Ingram. He's only making 7.
True, but you can get them both. We'll put
The Pelicans are already over.
Oh, because they have
So you pretty much
and Drew Holiday
and Solomon Hill.
Oh, that makes
Yeah. So you would have to try and match as much as possible. Right now, Valanciunas is making 18.
We would be taking on. We would have to add another player and take on somebody
else's contract.
Yeah, we would have to take Anthony and Solomon Hill.
Yeah,
we'd have to.
Yeah,
that's the only way I see that working for all 3 teams.
Daniel Gilbert better work with LeBron because nobody else is trying to work with the Cavs. Pelicans deserve more young assets. MH, you're not wrong. That's why I was giving them a lot more draft picks.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You're getting 3 draft picks and 2 players, a potential all-star and a veteran that can play. Those are the building blocks right there.
I don't think the picks. I think the player. Yeah, we're gonna have to find somebody who's making playoffs to give up first round, because both teams, Cavs and them, have absolutely no reason to move first round. They'd rather keep that and still be over the salary cap.
The third trade scenario I have is a playoff team.
Okay.
I was trying to figure out a Utah trade.
Okay.
Something with what's his name? Derek Favors.
And even if they did, I still see us giving up more. I see a Josh Hart in this trade and a Kuzma in this trade.
And a Kuzma?
We don't know which team he would go to, but it won't be Mo Wagner. It would be I'd switch it with Josh and Mo Wagner for that, but because it's the only way I would see another team if both teams are getting a guy on a rookie contract on both Cavs and Memphis. So that's God delivering Anthony Davis to us.
I've seen worse, because you look at somebody like Kawhi Leonard.
Yes.
Kawhi Leonard was traded for Danny Green, or what was it? What was
DeMar,
the trade? What was the actual trade?
Danny Green, Kawhi for DeMar and some random. I forgot who the random.
DeMar and a dude out of Utah.
Yeah, some random born dude.
Portugal, something like that. So, not saying that Brandon Ingram is going to be an all-star immediately. No, he has that potential to be an all-star down the road. Whether that's 3-time all-star, 1-time all-star, whatever the case, he has that potential. Just due to the assets of what we have, we don't have a lot of contracts, and this is what we'll bring in. AD is a top 3 player. If that's the case, the Knicks probably gotta throw their 3rd pick, Dallas picks, and more young players. Again, I'm sure that's what the Knicks would do if they wanted to try and compete with the Anthony Davis sweepstakes. Yeah, you guys don't have as much young or I wouldn't say as much. No. Their assets aren't as seasoned as ours.
Yeah, got a long way.
You know, you got Kevin Knox that just came out of the rookie year. And I know how much Knicks fans love Mitchell Robinson. And he's probably your best rookie. Again, besides that, what else is there to offer?
Yeah,
and that third
pick.
I
agree, Cap. If Memphis got Kuzma in this trade, and I do it. If I have to give up Ingram, the fourth, or another pick, and Kuz going to him, but I still see Danny. This trade happening. Memphis keeps their pick. The player moves, but the Pelicans somehow get another player. Like, I think 3 players would go. So they would get Pelicans would get all what's there except the Memphis pick goes back. Kuzma would go to Pelicans still, and probably Josh Hart going. Like, I still think both teams would have to get some of our youth. Because Memphis is thinking Ja Morant, Jaren, and then Josh Hart or Kuzma. Like, they're thinking that before they give up their first round pick.
But with Kuz instead of Ingram would be more attractive and possible.
Cap said that?
Dale said that.
Dale said that.
Lakers got to take on someone like Solomon Hill.
Good Lord.
It could work if you package Kuz to Memphis. Yeah. Okay. I'll get to your bar after all the trade scenarios. Okay. Ready for the next one?
I'm interested in this one.
All right.
Playoff teams involved.
So, Lakers receive Anthony Davis. Pelicans receive Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball.
I already don't want to. Okay, what is? Keep going. Let me see what you got there, man.
Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, the Lakers 2021 first overall pick.
All right.
First round pick.
You guys see this? Okay. Well,
okay.
Boy.
Miles Leonard.
Ooh.
And Portland's 2020 second round pick.
Who else? Charge.
Oh, you watching the game.
Sorry. Raptors don't go away, man. Just don't go away.
Portland receives salary cap relief. They are $20 million ahead of the salary cap.
Now, see, on this trade, why it's not a first? They need to be giving up a first.
Who's giving up a first?
The Portland Trailblazers. You have 2020
second round pick.
No, my opinion.
I only say that because they're conservative. They don't make zero trades.
That's true.
So that's why I was like, okay, maybe they would take the concession.
I see Evan Turner in this trade before I see Miles Leonard.
Evan Turner, that would be too congested.
Yeah, but now one guy leaving. So
and congested for the Pelicans because they still got Zion. They're gonna get Bi. Yeah,
but no, they would.
And they already got Solomon Hill and all these people.
Anytime Evan Turner's getting traded, he's getting cut. Wherever he goes, he's gonna get cut. I'm guaranteed. They would be like Evan Turner. Trust me, whoever's taking that contract, so I would swap this. Miles Leonard would still be over there in Portland.
Okay.
They'd take on Evan Turner and their first round pick. We'd probably send Kuzma. Oh, dang, you already got Brandon. I think Hart would probably go over there as well from our team, and then Solomon Hill would probably go.
Josh Hart would go to Portland or go to the Pelicans?
No, I think a player, we would get probably Solomon Hill from this.
No.
They would take on Evan and probably like some, what's the dude? It came off the bench. Not Miles. Solomon Hill would go, and I think
Mo Harkless.
Mo Harkless may be gone, but I think Pelicans are going to split 2 other guys too.
If I was Portland, I would try and keep on Mo Harkless.
Yeah, but Evan Turner all up in this trade. He getting cut immediately.
By the Pelicans immediately.
I mean, Portland don't need their first round pick. Period. So it makes sense for them to dump a salary cap and their first round pick.
Are you talking about their 2020 or their
2020?
Okay.
Yeah, they don't. But I would still take on this like a Solomon Hill, or I know Drew Holiday don't make sense, but someone important in that sense. That's gonna be interesting. They need to make a move, so I can see them being involved in somebody's trade.
And they can use. I mean, Miles Leonard. I really added him on here just because Pelicans will look at him as a big asset in terms of you lose a big guy, you get another athletic dude and can shoot threes.
Yeah. The only thing about that trade for me is, man, if I'm Lakers, anyone but Lonzo.
Oh, absolutely.
Anyone but him can go.
Yeah.
I was Kuzma, but we can find somebody that can fill in. Like, I'm sorry, it's AD. So anybody down in that area can go, man. My point guard, I just refuse to let him go right now.
Miles Leonard, LOL. Okay, Portland would do that in a heartbeat. Trade LeVar would be best case scenario. No more drama with Lakers. Get back in the playoffs. Cap said Miles Leonard. I like him, but I don't think he moves the needle enough. Dale says I like this trade more. I don't think salary cap is really attractive. This free agency has too many teams in the race with 2 max slots.
Right.
MH said, I believe Steven and Talco definitely made a mistake with these slideshows. That 80 fathead isn't big enough.
Shut up.
Cap said, I think the trade is kind of like the Memphis deal. Portland can get cap wiggle room, but I don't see them getting any more of the note in free agency or re-signing anyone worth that value.
The only difference, Cap, is they're a playoff team, so they don't need the picks as much as Memphis does. But I do agree in this scenario.
If that's the case, what player would Portland be like, we want him?
Anyone but Evan Turner.
No, I'm saying, like, who would Portland want, like, in return? That's what I'm saying. Like, they already have plenty of guards.
In these scenarios like this, they could have another swap with another team. Like
so use those draft picks to trade for a player?
Yeah.
Okay. That'll be tough because, like I said, they're up here on the salary cap. So
when you're a playoff team, you don't care as much.
True. But those small market teams really, they be hurting with those luxury taxes.
They did make it to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah. So. Do you guys have the game on in the background? Yes, we do. Also, I think the Pels would request Zach Collins over Leonard. Yeah. Zach Collins just doesn't have the money to match up.
But if you pair him with Evan Turner, it matches to go out. Like, to me, that's the first thing they should be thinking about. Get rid of this dude.
Nor in Portland, they would probably grab another guard. Steve, move closer to your mic.
My bad.
But yeah, those are my 3 trade scenarios.
They would grab another guard.
I didn't do the ESPN trade thing. This is literally, I had like 8 different links up. As a matter of fact, I can show you guys what it looked like.
Now, is the 3-team trade because you don't want to move as many players?
No.
That's just
financially that it just made sense.
The point that we make a trade for AD, we're tanking on someone's contract. AD coming with a Solomon Hill, which I'd be cool with coming off the bench.
So if you guys look here, Miami is killing the game right now with all kinds of money. 151. Golden State's next, 148.
Whiteside on the move.
Who do they owe 151 to?
Who?
Miami.
Probably Tyler Johnson.
He's not on their team no more.
Dragic. Who else?
Whiteside?
No, he get like $27 million, I think.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Remember, everybody was like, Lakers should go pay that money. No. Do not give that man that kind of money. Although I said something earlier to one of my coaches today. If I'm the Rockets, I'm calling Miami and somehow shipping Chris Paul and maybe Capella and taking back other players around there.
Like who? Who's taking on that Chris Paul?
Miami, definitely. Look at their contracts now. Like, they absorb bad contracts. But why not? Get rid of Dragic's contract. Get other guys to become role players. James Harden don't need another star. He just needs a bunch of another decent dudes who can put up buckets.
So yeah, here's what it looks like. Cap, if you're zooming in. Dale said, "Kay, hear me out. Lakers get 80 in Zion. I'm already triggered. Pelicans get Bron, Ingram, and a number 4 pick. Why would you do that to LeBron?
Man, Dale, you over here going in.
I know you don't like the Lakers. You ain't got to sabotage us, bro.
You're here 2K right now.
You ain't got to sabotage us.
Yeah, they owe him a lot of money, man.
Yeah. But those would be my 3 trades. What do you guys think? Am I too crazy to just think and look at the past of Kawhi Leonard, DeMarcus Cousins. Who else has been traded as a superstar? Paul George. Yeah, I don't think I'm too far off. I don't know.
The 3-team trade's tough.
Yeah.
I just think
it's a lot of numbers.
I think it's going to be 3 players, a pick, and 2 picks. I think the max what Rob offers 3 players and 2 picks.
Problem is we just don't have a lot of players under contract because we signed a bunch of 1-year deals.
Well, it's going to be
and
the core.
A bunch of rookie contracts. See, look, I'll show. So LeBron, 35, and he's obviously up until 2022. Contavious Caldwell-Pope, 1 year. Rajon Rondo, 1 year. Lonzo Ball, he's up till 2021. Brandon Ingram, up until next season. Everybody else, 1 year. Mike Muscala, Lance Stevenson, Reggie Bullock, JaVale McGee, Tyson Chandler. All those players are on 1-year deals. So it's just not a lot of moving pieces in terms of...
Yeah, but you don't need a lot for that because we can take on bad contracts. At this point, AD is worth 2 bad contracts.
So let me know what you guys' thoughts are. Check y'all audio settings. What happened? Oh, I know what it is because we're yelling. I'll fix it right now. There we go. It should be good now. Or it should be better, I should say. But yeah, next on the show, we're going to talk about some comments that Rajon Rondo has made. This guy.
I'm listening.
Some comments that Rajon Rondo has made about the young Laker core and his first stop or his first stint with the Los Angeles Lakers. And to be brief, I'll pull up the actual link.
Rajon Rondo.
Steven, give your input on what you thought about Rajon Rondo's.
I had a friend of mine come to me. He was like, "Man, I gonna talk about Rondo." First, I thought it was extremely bad, but honestly, it was as real as it get in terms of what he was saying. I don't think he said anything bad about LeBron. I don't think he said anything like we don't already know, other than look, these kids, they're his favorite player, like Lonzo, all of his favorite player, and they just had a wake up call and realizing like we could be friends, but that don't mean I ain't gonna trade you for a talented people or a person because this is business, And I'm LeBron, and I'm out here trying to win. Now, I don't know if you should put that much on him because the conversation was between Magic and Dell Demp. So to be out there saying, in a way insinuating like they looked at LeBron's not saving them.
Yeah.
I think at that point in time, Magic was going to do whatever he wanted. And the reason I don't think it's a big deal too much because, hence Lonzo was just on LeBron's show.
Yeah.
So
well,
it's not. I think in the moment mid-season, it was a problem, and that's tough to get over. Think about. I was listening to, I think Chris Broussard or something, and they were talking about how these are grown men, you just experience life, etc. But I think back to when the Powell trade and Lamar Odom trade, how it affected them when we almost got Chris Paul, and ever since then, Lamar changed. So it doesn't matter to me when you're 13 years in or 1 year, you're going to feel a different way of thinking you're at home 2 or 3 years in and then you're moved.
Yeah.
They're human, man. I'm going to say they're human, especially as rookies, you barely make a certain amount of money. Like Kuzma and Josh Hart barely make $1 million, if that. You barely make money. I get you can say all the off stuff, but most of the money they make outside of that is from being in LA. So it's you getting situated, even to their minds, what do you do when you get traded? Do I leave now? Now, where am I going to stay? The team going to pay for lost cause. So I get when you're not traded anymore. Now, even though you can say move on, it's no, off season, I might get traded again.
Yep.
How do I prepare to be traded? And there's no one on the team who can show that to them, what it feels like. One,
Rondo and Lance probably would.
Maybe, but they dudes who don't care. They just hear whatever.
Yeah.
But even then, they aren't the best. They just gonna be like, suck it up, man. It happens. But emotionally, they could be different.
Yeah. Like Steven said, I totally agree with, Rajon Rondo's comments about the whole team and the aspect of when that trade deadline came around. It's human to feel razzled and feel like that. Oh, my team is betraying me. Like I thought we was boys, and so it made sense. But I do like hearing that the young guys wrapped around LeBron. It wasn't just LeBron had to go reach them individually. No, they wanted to be a part of LeBron. They wanted to learn from LeBron. They wanted to embrace LeBron.
Yeah.
And a lot of the outside reports usually would say, the guys, LeBron can't connect with the young guys, and LeBron usually playing better with veterans. And clearly, they didn't watch the season. Okay, right. The older guys, it took them much longer to adjust their game to LeBron James more so than the young guys.
Which was surprising.
Very surprising. Very surprising. But they have to learn it's a business, and unless you are a star, don't get to call the shots. Absolutely. I agree. Also, my trade idea. LA gets Anthony Davis. Pelicans get B.I. Hart, 4th overall pick. 7th pick via Bulls. Lakers 2021 first. Chicago gets Lonzo. Thoughts?
I read it and I'm not responding to that. I just want you to know, Cap, I'm not responding to any trade involving Lonzo.
Dale said that trade seems to favor the Pels, but that's what you'll need to do in order to get 80 off of them. I think it's a good chance of happening.
No.
Also, I forgot to mention a small detail with my trades. My trades are at the trade deadline. So AD has lost some value just because you're only having him for half a season. And, yeah, basically that. You're only having him for half a season. He could be disgruntled. Could not be playing.
Because you shouldn't come back to preseason with him on your team. So with everyone know where the draft picks are, just David Griffin, in his mind, I think he's smart enough to go, how much can I really get from the Lakers? Or if another playoff team is willing to concede other players. Let's just say hypothetically with Portland. Let's just say they call David Griffin and be like, yo, we'll give you our pick, CJ McCollum, and what else you want on here?
CJ McCollum.
Yeah, I would do it. I'm just saying a playoff team could be out here and say, let's shake things up. Think what the Raptors did.
That's a serious shake up.
No one thought about the Raptors, and then DeMar's gone.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but if they did it, we'd be talking, man, going into free agency, Portland is now looked at as possibly getting, let's say, Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
Like, that changes the playing field. When you trade for him and you still have an all-star, it changes the playing field for every. Like, if the Lakers pulled off, no one's going to really care what they gave them because LeBron and AD will be together before free agency. So, like, if a team like Portland just was like, we'll give you CJ and Zach Collins.
And this is only a one-way trade? Or two?
Just one-way trade, just between them. We'll give you Zach Collins, our first, and CJ. I get a pick. It may not be as high value as others, but I get a pick. I get an all-star, or at least an all-star guy, another young stud who played his butt off in playoffs. It may not hurt. Maybe if you throw another player and then add Eton Moore, like, it may be like, whoa, you break them up, but AD and Dame Lillard, it just changes the playing field and says you want to win now. You know what I mean? So, like, as a Laker fan, the only teams I'm worried about at this point are playoff teams because it's shit. If KD's leave, I would ask the chat, and this is far beyond.
Yeah.
Well, we've seen the scenario before where the Timberwolves asked for Clay. But what if?
Damn, I remember that.
What if Warriors work something out where players are moving in a way? I'm just like, playoff teams scare me at this point. Because they see Masai and like, bro, this dude got
he's a genius.
In the finals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. That's, to me, is like, whoa, what should we do? That's just me. So,
that's a good thought process.
That makes me nervous.
It's a progressive thought process.
It's gonna be like, who's another team? Like, what am I thinking of? Milwaukee. What's wrong with them doing a sign and trade with Chris Middleton, give him a pick and another player for Anthony Davis?
Chris Middleton is not a free agent. Or he's going to be a free agent.
I'm just saying do a sign and trade with him.
Oh.
Other people have hungry GMs
an all-star
around
player.
The league. It's just like
you would have to get the draft picks from someone else.
All of those fit people who are in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Not like I'm sure David Griffin would take somebody who's a playoff guy and not a playoff potential guy. I mean, an all-star guy and not an all-star potential with Zion and then the pick, But I do think he would like this year's pick, so that part helps because, if we are able to give Brandon Ingram and a pick and Kuzma, I take it. I would like to see if I get more, but to me, that's not a bad trade.
Yeah.
If you get 2 players, a pick for Anthony Davis.
And possibly other picks from other teams, too.
I would go in with Zion, whoever I draft the 4th, let's just see, whoever that is, Kuzma and Brandon Ingram.
Drew Holiday.
That's a pretty good team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you have room to grow. And then you still go into free agency, see whatever other veterans you can get around. So, that's just my opinion.
Let's get back to the chat. AD is basically a superstar. New Orleans needs to get as much as they can and could get a look at other calls from other teams. Stephen went in depth with that. He's mentioned Portland. If they were just, forget the Lakers, man. We're not going to help them.
Cap, I want to know what Cap think what I said.
Cap said I could see I could see that Portland trade working out then. Trade deadline, David trying to get the deal done by this weekend. Yeah, obviously, everybody wants to get a trade done, but as soon as possible.
Yeah.
But if things were to fall apart,
I'm not going no season with Anthony Davis on my team. I know
you're not.
I don't think David Griffin is. For example, back when he was in Cleveland, it took to the last bar before Wiggins got traded to the Timberwolves. But David Griffin was gonna make it happen. It was just a matter of Flip Saunders, rest in peace, finally caving in.
Yeah.
But think about why he caved in at that point. You got a player who doesn't want to be on your team. It may go after the draft to the point that at this point players are on teams. Hey, come take this guy. You already got the number 1. Take this guy. Now, I would like to know what you think if they didn't have the number 1 overall pick. Would it be easier or harder
if they didn't?
If they didn't. Let's just say they fell to 3 or 5. Could they be as picky? Could he be as picky about who he wants on his team?
I don't think he could. At least I don't think he could.
What y'all think?
Poppy Goat, MH Raid. What's up? Rogue Dog, it's me, MH Raid. What's up? Thanks for checking us out, y'all. Dale, if it's at the trade deadline, then I think only the Lakers may take a chance at having AD for only half a season. Cap said, I still can't see Memphis pulling that trade for a rebuilding team. That future capital is non-negotiable. What a poop transition. I appreciate it.
Dang, what was that, MH?
MH, yeah. MH. But anything's possible. I mean, I'm just happy that we're reports aren't so negative and so jaded to the Lakers.
I think they feel more legit because I think, as much as we don't want to say it, I told you guys, when the Lakers are a big team or trash, we want to get on them. But Magic being gone, like the hoopla, who's in charge, Lakers have just made decisions. I mean, I don't know if we talked about it, but Lionel Hollins, our coaching staff went from potential to elite, in my opinion. We have 3 head coaches. I don't care if Frank Vogel gets fired and it's Jason Kidd. I love the IQ on the coaching staff, period.
Yep.
It is elite with most of all those around. And I think it's something LeBron will respect because he's got 4 guys with playoff experience. They've got all of the things around of something he's never had on any staff. Even back when I think he had a little bit. I can't remember everyone on Ty Lue's staff. But for the most part, all around we will see a pieces of each one of them. And the head coach, being a humble guy, in my opinion, will make it work because he is humble. I'm sure he's the guy who will embrace all of it and find a way to put it together. So I do love that part. But Rob has made one bit by move where all of a sudden the news just gets quiet, and which is what I expected a real GM to do, to the point that I told Warren before the show. It seems the report about AD and Lakers seems more business-like than just a soundbite. Mm-hmm. And I think it is because the way things are done. We have not heard from the Lakers about anything since we've hired our coach and we just made moves and stayed quiet. Mm-hmm. This is the type of organization I expected before. Jeannie Buss ain't said nothing. Linda Ramos ain't said nothing. No one has said anything. They've just made the moves and kept going. And to me, I'm okay with that because we aren't in a let Magic shout on ESPN all day. Let Rondo talk all day. As long as the guys in the building aren't talking, I personally don't care what's happening. Yes, my GM lied and got caught on tape. But that won't change the fact that I do think he has a chance to build a roster because I think everyone knew Magic was making the decision, and we all knew when we signed LeBron, we were like, Magic is doing his thing. Then all of a sudden, Lance, JaVale, it's like, oh, Magic, bro, what you thinking? And we knew it was him because he was in Summer League talking about the NBA. You behind 7 years.
There was no shooters in the finals. I told y'all
that's the worst thing I hated all going into this year when he tried to convince me having 7 playmakers is better than having 7 shooters with LeBron. So I like what my team has done is just shut up and make moves. Yep. So let's just say we trade for Anthony Davis. I'm not hearing the Lakers are unorganized. No, we've made moves and we're moving forward, and
what everybody wants us to hear.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing right now. Just for I don't care what every reporter is saying. Make your moves and shut everybody up.
Also, you touched base a little bit. Lionel Hollins was hired on the Lakers coaching staff within this last week. Steven, I know you and I had talked about this off air. What are your thoughts on that?
I love it.
Quick thoughts.
I was a big fan of his Memphis team, grit and grind. I'm glad he's not our head coach just for the simple fact I think he's behind in the pace of the game.
He's very old school.
You know, I do like Frank Vogel's idea of what we'll play offensively. He feels he has a tune to it. But the way Lionel teaches defense, I'm all for it, the grit grind. I'm defensively getting out there and putting it. I'm looking forward to the type of defense we'll play. Now, I do believe we need some defensive players on our team.
Well, we have a couple. We got Lonzo and B.I.
Yeah, well, we need more. Like, Lonzo clearly was our only defensive player. And I get it. He controlled.
And JaVale.
Yes. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But Lonzo, if you listen to every player who talks about Lonzo, you could tell he controlled he was our Ray Lewis on defense. Yeah. And it'd be nice to have, like, one more, you know?
One more?
Just one more.
That could be our draft pick. Get Hunter.
Hey, no. Another guy who has even more experience.
It's not Culver.
Who can be behind. Because JaVale played good defense, but I'd like a guy who has the Draymond Green mechanics where he can see the floor. Like, Lonzo is going to pick up full court and change their offense behind. But I like another guy who can dictate the other 3 players, you know. And maybe LeBron. Maybe LeBron will get in the space. If you give him a co-star, he will only focus on defense and get guys going and just get in a break and make sure whoever his co-stars get buckets.
Whew, that's a big if.
So I'm not sure. It's a big if. In a way, he did it with the year they won.
That was, 4 years ago?
It was. But, I mean, LeBron ain't slacked my day. I'm sorry. I don't care what nobody say. He ain't slacked to me, bro. So, it's 50-50.
Yeah. I mean, they haven't said anything because nothing they would say could make the situation any better. You can't shoot your shot with your gun on safety. Do you bring back JaVale then for the defense? I'm okay with bringing back JaVale.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I've always been okay with bringing back JaVale. Now it's Rajon Rondo and Lance Stevenson that I'm just like, under circumstances.
True, but bringing back JaVale, I would like him in the 16 to 20 minutes. I don't even care if he can play 30. I'd like to keep him in the 16 to 20 because
16,
he cannot guard.
16 to 25.
Yeah, I
max.
give him that.
Yeah.
I like when he's hot running, but clearly we needed a backbone. But I ain't like Tyson brought the backbone. He's old, but I'd like to see somewhere, somebody we don't think about. Like, for example, the Blazers have a Miles Leonard. He's not the hooper or super. Good Lord, Clay airball. Sorry, he's not a hoopla guy, but how did he get? Oh, that is a travel.
They haven't called travel.
I would call a timeout.
They haven't called travel all game.
That Negro just traveled. I don't know how you get away with that. Maybe something happened before that because I want to see that in halftime.
Steve Kerr is hot.
Yeah, I would get 3 technicals for that. 1, 2. Oh, he didn't travel. My bad.
Steven.
Hold on. He dribbled and took 2 steps. I do it one more time. Let me see.
He moved his pivot foot. Did you not see that?
First off, this NBA, they don't care about if you move the pivot foot. As long as you didn't pick it up and move it to another space. Come on, man. James Harden be backpedaling like crazy.
Dale, do not troll us like that. He said bring back Roy Hibbert.
I'm not listening to you, sorry, y'all. I like JaVale. Draft Taco? No.
I'm not drafting.
LeBron, Cap, the reason I wouldn't draft anyone slow outside of that because LeBron is going to be the slowest player on the floor. And that's not a bad thing when it comes to
not at all.
But I prefer him to be the slowest guy. If he's always the guy, the last dude getting back on defense, I'm okay with that. But I do not want the other 4 guys around him. Because I thought our best basketball was with our youth because LeBron loved the legs pushing all day. As a passer, he loved that all day. And Lonzo loved it. Even better, because the ball could move faster, he gave it to Lonzo. Lonzo already half court.
Yeah.
So then it rejuvenated him. So I'd like to see 4 guys on the floor who are not slower than him. So
but
that changes things, but not no Taco.
No. So what do you guys think? Like I said, we talked a lot about today. Are my 3 trade scenarios too far off, too far-fetched? Let me know. What do you guys think about Rajon Rondo's comments about the Lakers squad and the youth and how they were razzled, but at the same time they wrapped around LeBron James, and the Lakers signing Lionel Hollins? Is that something big? Is that something worth?
The Lakers playing chess, bro.
Yeah,
that's all I'm gonna say.
And actually staying quiet in the last couple of weeks.
Playing chess, man.
So let us know in the comment section. We really appreciate you guys coming out, listen to the show. I know that the finals are going on right now. As you can hear, Steven was talking about somebody traveling.
That was tough, man. That was a travel.
But yeah, make sure y'all share, subscribe, tell your mamas, your aunties, your uncles, your cousins, everybody in your family, if they are a Laker fan or they just happen to be a basketball fan. Let them know we're here every Monday, approximately 6:30, 7:30, somewhere around that range. We had to make some time arrangements just due to the finals.
We gotta be consistent. It's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
But when basketball's over, Monday is back over on the grind. I expect to fill it up and keep getting bigger. So
absolutely.
We gotta be consistent. Every other TV show is still on as well.
So, all right, y'all. We'll be back next week. You'll see me Sunday. You'll see Mr. Tillman next Monday. What?
That commercial that was on there. It was a bearskin condom, and it just made me laugh. Like, what?
On that note, y'all, we're out of here.
See y'all.